Private, this is the Shrine representing the Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher 2. We've already seen this. Let's end this. I have now taken the choices that I don't think are exactly in character with Geralt's personality, like letting Sheila die.
What happened to Saskia?
She's alive. Wounded from our scrap, but alive. She impaled herself on a tree, and then I had to use that dagger. But she'll make it. Mountain air is good for a dragon's hide.
You're the most noble human I know, Gwynblade.
I'm no human.
I'm glad you reminded me. My hatred for the species abated for a moment.
What about Letho?
Strange thing. He sits in the Temerians' former camp. I believe he awaits you.
How do you know?
I saw him. He's got Triss.
Let's go. Tell me what happened here on the way.
Okay, and...
While you were fighting Saskia, the city was staged to a bloody spectacle.
Why can't I
The
run?
players.
There were many.
Okay, it's not the
But it
inventory.
soon turned into a hunt for all mages. And there were a few skirmishes between Kedweni, Redanian and Temerian troops. Rape, pillage and murder. Not necessarily in that order. The pastimes of the Order's pious knights. And the regular troops soon followed suit. The kings, with their choice units, left the city just after the dragon attacked.
And the Nilfgaardians?
Remained neutral. That is to say, they shot anyone who dared approach their camp.
That sounds like them. Hi, I can run, thanks.
When we're done with you, you'll be a lump of whimpering meat. Elf! Kill the non-human.
I don't think you will kill any of us. And good night.
Beasts! Bloody sons of bitches!
Will you be all right?
Yes, thank you. Leave me.
What happened here?
When the summit ended, we hid in one of the houses, but they found us. They cut off both my sister's hands so she wouldn't cast spells, but I managed to escape. They caught me here.
Let's go, Gwynblade. This is madness. Loch Muin has changed. That's what it looks like now.
Why do we even have to go? Presumably there. Well, the thing is that I have done a few things that aren't exactly, I think, in character with Geralt of Rivia, as he is. So I suppose...
I think I heard something.
Imperial troops.
I suppose... It's
Long
only
live the
fair.
Emperor! Long live the Emperor!
Fling!
Okay. What I meant to say is that I suppose it is only fair. I don't know what I wanted to say is only fair, but I wanted to say that. Yes, I am going to do everything a little different, so I mean, I didn't do much different with regards to Saskia because I didn't kill her then either because witches don't kill dragons, but hey, there are people there.
Long live the Emperor!
Okay.
Finish your story.
I managed to sneak into the Nilfgaardian camp. It was relatively quiet there. Then I saw Letho leading Triss out.
They let him go?
No one dared stop him. I followed him. I think he noticed me, but didn't seem to care. Once the fighting died down, he went to the former Temerian camp.
Is Triss all right?
Yes. Letho defended her from marauders.
Alright.
Stop, Iorveth. I'm going alone.
Why?
This is between the two of us. Take care of Triss until I return.
Your choice.
Mine, indeed. There's one more thing you need to know. Nilfgaard's armies have crossed the Yaruga. War is inevitable.
Va fail, Gwynblade. Don't get killed.
Farewell, Iorveth. If I don't return within the hour, find Saskia and leave without me. Are you all right?
Yes. He saved me from the Nilfgaardians, and defended me from the troops.
It's time to end this. Iorveth's waiting. I'll catch up with you soon.
Geralt, he knows a lot.
I know, Triss. That's why we need to talk.
Don't get killed, Witcher.
I won't.
Alright. I will again interrupt this video shortly and just read out the last journal session and then I'll come back to you. Okay, here's the deal. Let me quickly... And I'm not going to do much talking here. If you want to hear the conversation we can have with Letho, you will have to check back with the other version with Iorveth's path, Roach's path, sorry. Because there I do this.
Took you a while?
Is that bauble from Sheila's megascope?
Mm-hmm. My final prank. I switched the diamonds. The one in the megascope has a flaw. Minute. But just large enough to warp the teleport. The Emperor's magic theorists assured me the effect would be spectacular.
Oh, it was.
Good. Had she lived, she would have suffered more intensely and much longer. She helped me quite a bit, through naivety and pride. I would not have gotten far without her.
So, ready to lay your cards out on the table?
No matter the game, there comes a point when all the players need to show their cards. I love that moment. But first... vodka?
I only drink with friends.
What about old acquaintances? Eh? I'm not your foe. I never was. Let me walk away and I will. You'll never see me again. Force me to fight, and this time I'll kill you.
Time to fight. Ready?
As I'll ever be. You fear death.
Stop whining and fight.
What does it feel like to be almost dead?
I said fight.
Come on. Ow! Let's try the first tactic again. Not good.
The wolf has teeth.
And they're sharp.
I'm better. I can tell already.
Of course you can.
You tire quickly.
I'm tired of your talking.
I don't want to kill you.
I'll kill you gladly.
You're nowhere near my level.
Of course not. I'm no Kingslayer.
Where is he?
I've had enough of this dance. Goodbye, Geralt.
Okay, I can't really do anything because I have the Quen on. Okay, Quen's off. Now I can wait until I've recovered a bit and recast it, but I'm winning. That wasn't exactly ideal. Ow! pointless. I really feel terrible about this. I've never felt less victorious. I will never do this again. Okay.
The Witcher had traveled far and wide in search of the Kingslayers. Along the way, he had met both the righteous and scoundrels, Bernard Laredo amongst the latter. Laredo sold Flotsam to Kedwin and scattered the local non-humans to the four winds. Flotsam became a military base. Its civilian population was resettled. In Edirn, the Witcher witnessed Saskia the Dragonslayer achieve a great victory. The Pontar Valley, previously Upper Edirn, became a promised land for outcasts who dared dream of freedom. Even sly old Zoltan Chive came to believe in this land of bliss. Yet dark times approached for the architects of the New Order. Dark clouds had been gathering over Temeria since Foltest's death. Stripped of its king, the land was like a rich cloth which nobles began to shred. These minor scavengers, however, scurried off in fear when true predators reached out for their prize. The summit at Loch Muin sealed the fate of Foltest's realm, when Radovid of Redania and Henselt of Kedwin divided it between them. A tempest descended on the north, at least partly the work of manipulative mages. It seemed the turmoil in Temeria, Edirn, and Kedwin would benefit them most. Common folk turned against sorceresses and all magic freaks, witchers included. Castles that had hitherto welcomed mavens of the magic arts now shut their gates to any who sought shelter there. A witch hunt ensued. It was a time of great uncertainty, of rape accomplished by royal decree. Yet as troubled as the day seemed, we, who had in some way shaped the world's fate, finally received some respite. Zoltan resumed the quest for his beloved's hand, and I laid my head in the laps of the muses. Who could have known this tempest which had ravaged the north was but a harbinger of darker days, and the preamble to an entirely new tale of Geralt of Rivia.
Alright, this was that. Here's the deal. The next thing I'm going to record is Dragon Age 2. I will record it on normal difficulty. I've thought about this for a long time. But I've decided to use normal difficulty and not Nightmare or even the... I don't know, it's probably called hard. Because the thing is, between normal and hard difficulty, the difference is basically in the lengths of the battle. It was here the same, although this one was different because I had recorded the first Witcher game on hard difficulty too, and I didn't want to fall short of that. Also it's different because this here is renowned of being difficult. I don't know why, and I know the first time I played it I struggled extremely on easy difficulty. With the beginning even, with this entire battle down there with the ballista stands at the very start of the game. I found it tremendously difficult. I don't sense much of a difference here. Oh, for example, and this is a confession, the Summer Shrine, I looked where it is, so I loaded a game, I ran there on easy difficulty just to check where it is and if it works. I think in the recording I may have pretended that I didn't know if it worked on the PC, which is half true because I didn't know. So I tried it in advance and I didn't sense much of a difference. The battle there in front of the house with these thousands of traps and the bunch of enemies, I didn't really sense much of a difference in difficulty between that and the rest really. For whatever reason, or for, I don't know, between easy and hard difficulty. The thing is, in Dragon Age 2 there's a vast difference between hard and Nightmare, between anything else and Nightmare. Nightmare is crazy. The thing, I did it once. I played Dragon Age 2 and Nightmare except for one battle where I had to turn it down. That was the Rock Wraith. Which is why I didn't get an achievement. Because it's just, it's ridiculously difficult, let's face it. I mean, it's cool because it has some other features. Like, some enemies, the assassin kind of enemies, can steal potions from you. That's actually fun, and if it were just that, I would be fine with it. Or like the Rock Wraith has a few more abilities that are actually quite fun, but I know how my groups will be comprised, what my group will be made of, who will be in my group, and that isn't ideal, because ideally you have a sword and shield tank, you have a rogue and two mages, two warriors and a rogue and a mage. And this isn't what I'm going to do. I'm going to play a mage myself. I'm going to play a healer, and I'm going to have a tank who isn't a sword and shield tank, and that is difficult. I mean, this particular not sword and shield tank is, after a while, when he has his own personal abilities done, extremely efficient at killing stuff. That's one thing. So you don't really need a tank because everything is dead before a tank even comes into play. But the point is, I am not going to make life easy for myself with a group composition, so I'm going to make it easier by the difficulty level, because I don't want to have battles that last eternally, and where on Nightmare, I mean, that's on hard they would last longer and I would have to micromanage a lot more. And on Nightmare it's just ridiculous. It's not possible to win on Nightmare except by using bugs and using different, I don't know, things that, like at the beginning of the first very fast battle, you have to stand away, fire from a distance, knowing that the enemies, if you don't shorten the distance, they will stay put and just fire and miss. You know what I mean? This is just, if as long as the difference between the difficulties is you need to be more cunning, more precise, more, I don't know, this kind of thing. It's fine, and I can live with that. And it was this kind of thing here, sorta. But it's not that in Dragon Age 2. In Dragon Age 2, actually, you have... yeah, you know... you have... yeah. It's just not fun. I don't want to do this. I am not going to do this, and... so it's going to be normal difficulty, and if I get bored and if I decide it's getting too easy, I'll turn it up. Don't wait for it though, don't hold your breath. After Dragon Age 2, I don't know what I'll do, because I have to privately on the side play through The Witcher 3 again, because I did a few things wrong the first time. Like, I had a few choices that I did screwed up completely. One of them I was aware of, one of them I wasn't. I don't want to rectify that, I want to play it through once again. For myself, to know what happens if you choose take the other path, because I don't like watching videos about this. I don't like to... Well, that's sweet. We would like to extend a hearty thank you to our wives, husbands, significant others and children, large and small. That's extremely sweet, I think. This is, I've never seen anything of that sort ever before. And I don't think I ever noticed it in the credits. Never mind. Yes, and in between that I need to, maybe I need to record something else between them, because The Witcher 3, let's face it, is a long game. What I will not do, and the same will go for Inquisition, I will not do every single little quest-like thing. I will not do every collection quest or these little question marks on a map. Like, I will not find every landmark in Inquisition. I just refuse to. It's time consuming and not really rewarding enough. What I will do is I will go after one of the item sets. I'm not sure which one. Maybe cat. I don't know. I'll research it and I'll discuss it with a colleague whose input I value highly on this in this kind of thing, although he tends not to use high difficulties. And I will attempt to record the third Witcher game on a high difficulty again, not on the highest probably again, because it just prolongs battles, but on maybe the penultimate or third. I don't know. We'll see. And at any rate, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play through on a high difficulty, probably also the penultimate. And I'm going to, the first time, play every game at the lowest difficulty, because I just want to know the bloody story. And, yes, and in between those, I don't know what I'll record. I was thinking Assassin's Creed, but Assassin's Creed, I don't know if I'll ever do. I want to do Sands of Time, the Prince of Persia trilogy, the Sands of Time trilogy. I might do the first of these, in between maybe the second and third. The third I've never finished, the second I don't know if I finished. But I know that I never finished the third one. That would be me playing blind for a vast amount of time. Other than that... I don't know what to say anymore. And there is really a very long list here. They give the developers of, I think, every single country or language version. And while I find this is extremely sweet of them, it's annoying for me to watch now. Yes, what I will do then is record The Witcher 3 and Dragon Age Inquisition. Inquisition, I don't know, maybe I'll even do Inquisition before, because I've played that twice and started the third time. But... yeah. The Inquisition is brilliant. What I don't know in Dragon Age 2, what I do know is which romance I'll choose. I don't know if I will play a man or a woman. That is still up for discussion with myself. I will do there are 4 different romances, obviously, and you can have any of them with either sex, but I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I'll probably decide that when I start the game to create a character and when I'm talking your ears off again. I don't know. I will not do the rival romance because I don't like it. It feels abusive to me. I don't know why. It's the other 3. I think the rival romance is actually brilliant, but on one of the 4, I think actually there is another one that I don't like it with, and there are 2 where I don't like it and one where there are 2 where I think it's the better version. There is one where I think it's less than ideal, and there is one where I think it's really rather horrible. And yes, abusive too. It feels abusive to me, and I know I'm alone with it because people tend to like the rival romance, especially in this romance. They tend to like it. I think it's terrible, and to me, it reeks of abuse and making a bad thing worse. And that isn't. I don't feel comfortable with the rival romance. I won't do it, therefore, obviously. If maybe you can guess from this which it will be, I don't know. Yes, but I don't know, maybe I'll actually... I'm trying to figure out whether I want to play a woman or a man, I'm not sure yet. I wanted... I will see. I also know which romance I'm going to pick in Dragon Age 3 in Inquisition. I am going to tell you that because it's a long time coming and by that time you'll forget it, and it isn't that big of a surprise. I'm going to because I've never done it. I haven't done it because I know I'm going to record it, and I haven't even seen it because I don't want to spoil myself. And imagine that Dragon Age 3 is the last down the line indeed, so maybe I'll do Dragon Age Inquisition actually before The Witcher 3, right after Dragon Age 2, that is entirely possible. Simply because I've never seen it and I know it's brilliant, the Dorian's romance. I really want to know what it's like. I've myself now romanced the Iron Bull and screwed it up because of reasons. I didn't screw it up, but it screwed itself up because of circumstances in the DLC then. And I have done Solas's romance, I have done and no, I'm not such a big fan as everyone else it seems. I have done... What was the first one I did? Oh my... What was the first one I did? I am completely confused. How can I forget that? Josie! Of course, Josie. I was having a kind of triangle with Sarah and Josephine, but Sarah proved to be too impatient, or I was too impatient for Sarah actually. She wasn't impatient. I was too impatient for Sarah's romance to unfold. So I ended it and went with Josephine. And I have since done the Iron Bull, I have since done Solas, I have begun a playthrough with Blackwall as a romance option, but I have never ever done or seen Dorian's romance. I know enough about it from talking to people and reading stuff, more than I would like to know, but I haven't seen it actually. I have heard it's really brilliant though. I have also heard it's pretty painful in the DLC then. But there you go. I can imagine, because I know that in one of the DLCs Dorian goes home, and the last one, Trespasser. And I suppose that having a lover from the south doesn't change that. We'll see. I mean that's a given. This is going to be a Dorian romance. The last Dragon Age game, we don't know if it's going to be the latest Dragon Age game as of now, being Inquisition. I'm going to yeah. I got a message on Facebook from my cousin, but I can't answer her now because then she will want to talk to me. And I can't right now, obviously. She's asking me if I'm home. That's the one line my phone showed me, but I can't answer that now, as I regret to say. What does that mean, side? Is that a company? Yes, it's the voice of a company, isn't it? Oh, good lord. What else can I say? We are going to have every single studio's translators listed, I suppose. What else can I say? Yes, but anyway, I look forward to recording Dragon Age 2. It's not nearly as long as this one, I think, and I'm also not going to show different options. I'm just going to go with one version of it. Also an ideal one that I want to import into a Dragon Age Inquisition game. And note to self, make sure that you delete the save games from this one and paste the ones that you put aside from Roach's path with the ideal ending. Yeah. Because of reasons. We're already at the French voiceover. Can only take ages. Marais? Marais, indeed. There's a composer who was called Marais. He was a Renaissance composer and I love him dearly. There's a movie about him where he's played by Geralt of Rivia. The differences in spelling are interesting, and the Jaskia is actually called Jaskia, which is the Polish word for some type of flower. Don't ask me which one. It is not a dandelion. The German name is different again. A different flower again. Ole Werner? That doesn't sound very Russian. Who's Bianca? I have no idea who Bianca is. Perhaps Triss. Who is Lutek? Radovid, Saskia. Triss is Tristan. Who is Bianca? Who the hell is Bianca? Philippa not Foltest. Henselt, for the matter. Henselt. Sheila. Shiliard Fitz. Esterlen. I can't pronounce Russian. I don't know the sound shifts and how you do that. I know that an unstressed O is an R, but that's about it. Other than that, I cannot pronounce Russian. I don't know when you say E or Ye or Yo. I just don't know. It's confusing. It's a very horrible language. And sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I know that was not. I mean, no, it's not a horrible language. It's just not a language that I don't know. I don't speak it and understand very little. So I can read it, but I cannot read it correctly. Because I don't know the sound shifts. What always confuses me is the letter E, the one of them, the one that looks like a soft sound and then a letter E without a dot. I mean, this is in capital letters, so it doesn't matter if it has a dot on it, but in small font it also doesn't have a dot on it, and that's confusing because our E, we have an E and we have an E. And the E is the E in Russian, that what looks like a mirror inverted N. Is the letter E for us and E in Russian. And the E in Russian is the soft sound, what looks like a tiny, like, at the last yellow line you see on the screen now, the last letter, that's a soft sound. And that's... and the soft sound followed by a soft letter followed by a spotless or a dotless E is an E, I think. I don't know because I don't really have any idea. I'm just saying something and trying to sound intelligent. And we don't have this. What we don't have at all is this one. I don't see one on the screen right now. The mirror inverted E, or actually E, I am saying the sound, not the letter. The letter, when I say E, I mean the letter I, but pronounced as E. And the pronounced sound E, like, it looks like half an O with a dash through it, a straight one, a horizontal dash through it. Like a bent letter E, but not like looking like this letter E here, but like it's rounded and yes, and mirror inverted, and that's. I think that may be a yo, but I don't know. Or actually, it may be the letter E because they don't say. They say yeah, but when they write E, letter E is pronounced yeah, isn't it? Maybe I haven't any idea. No, this isn't my language. And I don't even want to know. You don't need to tell me in the comments because I really don't care how you pronounce Russian. There seems to be a difference between a letter E in Turkish with a spot on it, a dot on it, and without. Although I don't have any idea. I don't know, but the name Nguyen is somehow familiar to me, and I don't know where from. I wonder. I think we're drawing near the end here. No one. Dear credits, if you don't have anything left to say, you can just as well go away, can't you? Sons of bitches. Nice outlook, isn't it? The world as we know it nears its end, yet the past remains the key to the future. This was Servatia and Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher 2. Wo weiter?